Hello, all you beautiful people. It's your girl Asia, the MUA, back with another edition of Adventures in Freelancing. First of all, I just want to say welcome. If you are watching this video and it's your first time seeing my face, I just want to say thank you for stopping by. I don't know how you found me, but I am glad to have you here. If you are returning, what's up, A-lister? How you doing? I know my last few videos have been all fun and tutorials and demos and swatches and all that good stuff, but I don't want to forget what I set out for the true essence of this channel to be, which is to help and provide information and feedback for young women and men who may be wanting to venture into the freelance makeup artistry world. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, get your cup, pull up a chair, because I am pouring hot tea today, ladies, gentlemen, and it is tasty. You might want to take a sip. I know that it seems like everybody is a makeup artist right now. I know every time you turn around, every time you open up your Instagram feed, somebody else is slapping MUA in their bio. Not only slapping MUA in their bio, but saying MUA. I know it seems like one of those things that everybody is doing right now, but not everybody is doing it well. And if you want to do it well, I have information here on this channel that could probably help you. One thing I get asked a whole lot by a whole lot of people is, how do I set my prices? This is something that's very tricky and has to be navigated by you personally as the makeup artist. This isn't something somebody else can tell you. This isn't something somebody else can set for you, because in essence, this is you setting your paycheck. So this is a very, very important part to venturing out, to actually using your skill, your talent, your materials, and making a profit off of it. I know it can be really, really difficult, especially when you're first starting out, to figure out what you want to get for people in compensation for your services and your time. When I sat down and thought about it, I came up with 5 tips that are really the things that are at the core of how I personally set my pricing. I can't speak for anybody else because I'm not running anybody else's business. I'm running Asia's business, and that's what I concern myself with. These are not in any particular order. These are just the things that I think about and want to keep in mind when I'm giving somebody a quote when they ask me, how much you charge? One of the most important things that you want to think about when you are trying to set your prices and how you want to be compensated for what it is you do, you need to know your market. What I mean when I say know your market is do some research. Figure out what the going rate for the quality of work that you're doing is in the area that you live in. I live in Las Vegas. I live in a very metropolitan city where it is always something going on and somebody always needs their makeup done. I might be able to charge something very different than what you might be able to charge if you live in a small town in Southwest Michigan where not a whole lot of people are getting their makeup professionally done. This is something you need to think about, because you want to set your price according to what the market is. You don't want to price yourself too high and you don't want to price yourself too low. You want to find a happy medium that satisfies the market that you're in, but you're also comfortable with as a professional. This is very important, because if Susie MUA, that's been doing makeup for 25 years, lives in Los Angeles, charges $170 for a mobile makeup appointment, but Mary MUA, who's only been doing makeup for 6 months and lives in Cassopolis, Michigan, she can't charge the same thing that this makeup artist over here is charging for. So that's what I mean by knowing your market. You have to be aware of what's going on around you if you want to be a viable competitor in the market that you are in. I think to kind of piggyback off of knowing your market, you also need to know your target. Who are you trying to target when you go to advertise and promote your services? Are you targeting girls that are going to prom? Are you targeting fashion magazines? Are you targeting men's glamour magazines? Are you targeting people that are going to special events and special occasion makeup clientele? Are you the makeup artist that's targeting celebrities and wants to get that Instagram social media fame? Like, you need to know who you're going after when you go to promote yourself so you can figure out how to promote yourself to the target that you're trying to get to. And no shade, no tea on any of those avenues that anybody may be looking to pursue. They can all be lucrative if you work hard. Like, that's one of the main things. This is an industry where you have to be talented and you have to work hard or you will not thrive. So the next component that I kind of threw into this whole mixture, I mentioned earlier in this video that makeup artist seems to be something that everybody is doing right now. So in a field that's so saturated, you need to set yourself apart from the next person over here. I think one of the best ways to set yourself apart from somebody that might not be as serious about this as you are is to respect your business. What I mean when I say respect your business is carry yourself and conduct yourself with integrity. When you are first starting out, those are the first building blocks of the castle that is your reputation. And all it takes is for one of those blocks to be snatched from up under you for everything to come crumbling down. All it takes is for one person to get pink eye after you did their makeup. All it takes is for one person to badmouth you around town and nobody will ever want to do business with you again. All it takes is that one time that you show up late to that appointment that ends up determining what your reputation is and how hard you have to work. Oh, girl. Whew. Lord. What was I saying? All it takes is that one time for you to show up late to that really, really important appointment and for you to have a reputation of being the late makeup artist. That is all you have to stand on in this industry is your reputation. It's so, so important. So there are a few things that I want to talk about kind of under the caption of respect your business. I have a video about this that's like pretty much totally dedicated to this. It's kind of old, it's kind of crappy, but I'm going to leave it up here because it's a very, very important video. Sweetie, if you are booking an appointment, collect a deposit. If somebody does not want to give you a small portion of your fee to secure your time with them, they don't really want you as their makeup artist. They probably don't even really want their makeup done. They just like the idea of having somebody doing their makeup. So they're going to talk to you. They're going to ask you a million questions and they're going to say, okay, I want you to come do my makeup on this day at this time at this location. You don't collect that deposit, that day, that time, and that location is going to come up and they're going to cancel on you. I kid you not. Every time I do not collect a deposit from a client, they end up flaking or something ends up going wrong with that appointment. So I make it a habit to collect a portion of my fee from everybody that wants to book with me. If you don't want to pay a deposit, if you're not able to pay a deposit, I don't know what to tell you, sweetie. Beware of the how much you gonna charge me's. If you are a person running a business, you have probably heard this before. How much you gonna charge me? When somebody asks you that question, they are implying that they should pay you a different rate than anybody else that wants to conduct business with you. Beware of these people. Those are not going to be your best clients. I guarantee it. Anybody that thinks they shouldn't pay you what anybody else should pay you is not really out to do good business with you. They are out to take advantage of you. And it's up to you to shut that down and stop that from happening. The how much you charge me's can be friends, family members, acquaintances, church members, co-workers, Tom, Dick, Harry, his sister, his grandma, anybody. Anybody can try you with the how much you gonna charge me. It's up to you to be diligent and respect your business. I think another very important part of that component is representing yourself well. When I say represent yourself well, I mean as an overall umbrella term. You need to represent yourself well on social medias. You need to represent yourself well when you are actually out in the field. Be happy to be at work. Like, this is a great job. Like, this is the best job ever. And every time I go on an assignment, every time I go punch that clock at Mac, I don't care what it is, I'm happy about it because I love what I do. Put a smile on your face. Be easy to work with. You are your business. You are the representation of the brand that you are trying to build. Represent it well because nobody else is going to represent it like you. When you're posting on social media, if you have a personal Instagram or Facebook and you have a business Instagram or Facebook, keep those two separate. Don't post, you know, my boyfriend cheated on me with my cousin and now I'm about to go look for him and her and I'm gonna bust the windows out his car and I'm gonna beat her in the head with a crowbar. Don't post that and then say, oh, I'm accepting new clients on the same social site, because not only will I not take you serious, but I'm gonna think you crazy, sis. I'm not even gonna lie. Try to take good pictures of your work and post the best pictures of your work that you can, because let's face it, social media runs the world these days. And a lot of people ask me when I started at Mac, how do you get so much freelance work? How do you get these clients? How do you do this? How do you do that? I really built my freelance business off Instagram. This is before the algorithm got all, don't even get me started, okay? This was before the algorithm got all wacky and posts were in chronological order. I used to get a lot of love on Instagram, and pretty much word of mouth and social media is how I built my freelance clientele, and it served me really, really well over the past few years. So social media is super important. I try to post the best pictures of my work that I can. I try not to do that Facetune Photoshop editing thing on my client pictures because I want to represent my true skills. If you saw a picture and you liked it and you booked an appointment with me, you saw exactly what that client got. You didn't see any extra bells and whistles that I didn't put on her myself when I was standing in front of her. None of that. No filters on my client pics because I want to represent my work with integrity. Now, I'm not shading anybody that does this. I know sometimes you got to tweak some A, B's, and C's to get that good image, but let's keep it real. Some of y'all makeup artists is out here catfishing for clients. Let's keep it real and say what it is, all right? When it comes to respecting your business, don't let nobody play you, okay? Let's keep it 100. If a client contacts me and says, how much do you charge for what it is you do? I say, I charge X amount of dollars, and that client says, well, that's too much. I don't base my prices on what any potential client thinks I'm worth. I base my prices on what I know I'm worth. And I'm not really easily swayed about that. Like, period, point blank. I tell you what my rate is. That's what my rate is. Don't ask me for a discount. Don't ask me to cut you a deal. None of that. Let's say you go to work and your boss says, hey, we need you to work 8 hours today, but we're only going to pay you for 7. Is that okay? Because this employee over here is doing the same work for 7 hours worth of pay. Why won't you do that too? Like, what do you mean no? How would you feel? When someone asks me how much I charge and I tell them what I charge and then they counter back with, you charge too much, or that's a lot, or, oh, I know so-and-so that does it for X amount of dollars. That's like you telling me I am not worth what I feel my skill, my expertise, my talent, and my time is worth. That is offensive. Period, point blank. I think what people fail to realize is it is a complete luxury to have a makeup artist come to where you are, unpack their materials, perform a makeup application on you, pack up their materials, and then leave your location. That, my dear, is a luxury, and it should be treated as such. Like, I don't know why people try to haggle with the makeup artist. You don't haggle with the store you bought your outfit at. You don't haggle with the store you bought your shoes at. You didn't haggle with the hair company when they told you they needed $9,000 for the bundles you got in your head. So why haggle with your makeup artist? I just feel like when you respect your business, you will attract the clientele that respects your business as well. And those are the best kind of clients to have, let me tell you. Another component to this whole setting your prices idea that I think sometimes gets overlooked is be flexible. Like, that's something that's very important in this business because this is an ever-changing business. And if you are not flexible and you cannot adapt to those changes on the fly, it's going to be very hard for you to thrive. One thing that I can take away, well, this is just one of the many things. One of the many things that I can take away from my experience at MAC is the concept of never saying no. We get a lot of rigorous training on how to conduct yourself as an artist, not only as an employee of MAC Cosmetics, but as a real artist. And one of the things that they kind of like really reiterate to us a lot is the concept of never saying no. If somebody contacts me and says, hey, I love your work, I have this project, this event, this occasion coming up, how much do you charge for what it is you do? I say, okay, potential client, I charge X amount of dollars for what it is that you are inquiring about. If that client comes back to me and says, man, that is really out of my budget, but I'm such a fan of your work, I really wanted to contact you and work with you on this project, event, whatever the case may be. So when that potential client approaches me in that manner, that makes me want to help them. Keep it 100 with me, and I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I charge X amount of dollars. Ooh, sis, I ain't got X amount of dollars, but I got W amount of dollars. All right. I appreciate you contacting me. Thank you so much for showing support to my work. If you have W amount of dollars, I can do A, B, and C for you. I might not be able to do the whole shebang for you, but I can do something for you with your W amount of dollars. Me personally, I can't afford to turn down no money. So if there's somebody that genuinely wants to work with me and is working with a little something and they want me to come do a little something, I'm gonna go do a little something because they working with a little something. I'm working with a little something. So you got a little something, I got a little something. We put it together. Boo, we popping. I do a lot of bridal work. I live in Las Vegas. There are 1,000 people that get married in this city every day. I do a lot of bridal work. Sometimes things change when it comes to a wedding and this huge event that's the most important day of these people's lives. A lot of things can change at the last minute on the fly. You have to be adaptable and be flexible and be able to accommodate your client. When I show up to a bridal party or a wedding or a bride or whatever have you, my main concern is helping this woman get down the aisle. That's it. So whatever I have to do, whatever changes may occur, whatever distractions I have to block out, whatever people I have to ignore, and whatever bad vibes might be there, because this is a super emotionally charged day. You're in the thick of all these people's emotions. You have to be able to adapt to that environment. So when I say be flexible, I mean, be flexible because it's your job. One of the most important things to keep in mind when it comes to setting your prices, be realistic. If you just started doing makeup on other people 3 months ago, don't be out here telling people you charge $75. Then on the flip side of that coin, if you are a trained makeup artist, if you have years of experience and training under your belt and expertise, girl, sir, why you out here doing faces for $40? I don't get that. Unless you're working at a salon where you're not moving around and you're not mobile and they are providing you with a percentage of your supplies, I don't understand how you can profit if you're charging $40 a face, $50 a face, especially as a professionally trained makeup artist. I feel like these two ends of this spectrum kind of mess up the church's money, if that makes any sense, because it sets the expectation for clients that are willing to pay that $75 for you to do really good work, and then you don't because you don't have the training and experience. And then when you charge it $40 for this bomb beat, people think that's all that bomb beat is worth. And I'm sorry, boo-boo, I ain't did $40 makeup in a long time. I work for the #1 makeup brand in the world and they pay me very well. So the last thing I'm about to do is let somebody overwork and underpay me. What you need to do is find a balance between your skill level, your comfort level, your expertise, and your training, and the quality of work that you're putting out, and a price range that fits in with the market that you are in. I know it sounds super, super complicated, guys, but trust me, it can be done. When I started out, I was charging $45 a face, because that's what I felt like my work was worth. I was still learning. I was still very new. And I felt like if somebody was going to give me the opportunity to put makeup on their face and I still didn't feel really comfortable in my skills, then I shouldn't be charging them that much. I want to be compensated something, because if they're coming to me asking me for my work, my talent, my skill, then that I got something that they want and they should compensate me for it. But I can't, on the other hand, ask them to give me $75 when I'm doing crooked brows and not blending out eyeshadow and foundation, and I don't know how to make your neck match your face. Be realistic. But as my skill set grew, as my comfort level expanded, and as my expertise flourished, I started being a little more comfortable asking for a few more coins for me to show up to your hotel with this big ass bag right here, honey. This kit is not light. I am one of those makeup artists that I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So I keep a lot of stuff in my kit. Like, it's really ridiculous, but that's what keeps me comfortable as an artist. It is exhausting trudging this kit through these carpeted hotels to get to these brides sometimes. So I need to be compensated for that work as well. I need to be realistic about what I expect from my client, and they also need to be realistic about what they expect from me. I know this is quite a bit of information to digest, and I know you guys probably feel like you have so much to think about right now, but it's something that you have to do. It's a step that you have to take if you want to venture out into this world, into this industry. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I already told y'all could slide in my DMs. Like, I don't have no problem with it. No creeps, though. I need to reiterate that, no creeps. But all my A-listers, if you guys have questions, hit me up. I am here to help. That's the whole premise of this channel, literally. I said at the beginning of this year, we are setting goals and smashing them in 2018, and I'm here to help you guys do that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, become a member of this A-list family. Do it. What you waiting for? It's free. You ain't gotta pay nothing to subscribe to this channel. I just want to say thank you guys so much again for rocking with me, for coming to check out this video, for liking the content, for all your love and support. Like, remember, every click counts. I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias, my Snapchat, my Instagram, my Twitter. You can even add me on Facebook. Like, Facebook is actually getting like really popping. I've been getting a lot of friend requests from a lot of profile pictures with beat faces, and I love nothing more. My Facebook is actually Asia Jane, and it's a little bit hard to find, but I will leave all the information below. I'll leave a link in the description box if I can. So definitely hit me up on all my socials. Keep up with me, interact with me. I'm super responsive, and I love talking to you guys. It's like talking to a bunch of girlfriends about makeup every single day, and I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are taking this information in and absorbing it and mulling it over and really thinking about taking those next steps that you need to reach your goals. Until next time, stay beautiful.